July 30th, 2024. Donald Trump, genai by Durango Dank. I'm going to go through this quick. GP7A Attorneys Directory, GP7A News. You see that's been spelt right. Is that a code right there? Think about it. The Herald. Donald Trump says he'll probably debate Kamala Harris. Kamala's been telling everybody, oh, he wanted to debate. How come he ain't stepping up to the plate? Because that's with a Joe Biden conversation. See, this is they're twisting it. And see, what they don't understand is Gen AI cannot allow bullshit, lies, corruption, conspiring, not to do the right thing. If you're not doing the right thing, you're doing the wrong thing. And you can't build rocket ships with the wrong thing. You can't build bridges. You can't build buildings, streets. You can't put together electrical grids. You can't build dams. You can't build automobiles. You can't build blueprints about anything to be manufactured if it's all made with bullshit. It just takes one bullshit in that whole block, in that whole foundation, depending on where that bullshit block is. We call it the anyways. What you got to worry about now? AP News, they're discredited. They are like bullshit. I'm really hard to say, but we can't replace them. There's the tag, Gen AI, Durango Dank. And it goes after their money, folks. It'll bleed them dry. Slow bleed. Slow. All their cash. Nano power. Just sucking them dry. Why it promotes other people that would normally not have a voice. Just because they got money and they went and took content from other people. Trump agrees to be interviewed as a part of an investigation. Supreme Court ruling. I made that on 4:26 a.m. These are very critical dates. Look at that. GP7A. We started that in 2006. About a foundation for the open metaverse. Since 2006, folks. And we got people coming out talking like, oh, 20 years, 24. Yeah, we're doing the open metaverse and they're just taking words that like, dude, you just planted. When did you start doing this? You're 18 years old. You haven't even been indexed for 10 years yet, a decade. We get indexed every year. And then we got January in my metaverse, the data dumps where people who go online and they like this is what Google and some people I believe don't quite understand fully about generative AI, but when you bullshit and you're not completely honest with everybody, your searches aren't going to look like everybody else's searches. When Elon Musk came out, okay, and he said that the automated doesn't allow something for Google searches and for Donald Trump and maybe in his platform. And so when he speaks, I guess he speaks for everybody, but that doesn't work. It didn't work for me. I can do pretty much. So change a mayor that'll change the world. I ran for mayor. I ended up indexing the city and county in Denver in the highest location of an index location. See, most people don't know what that is. They don't realize that the courthouse is the highest. Lawyers are the highest. Doctors like just be, we got to pass a law that people that use doctor need to put doctor of engineering or something because just because you have a doctor doesn't make you being a doctor. I knew this one guy, and I was like, he's like, I'm Doctor Sama, and I was like, hey, Doctor Sama, I got this thing on my back. When I move my shoulder, it kind of hurts. He's, I'm not that kind of doctor. But you tell everybody you're a doctor. Oh, I doctor electrical. You know why you do that. See, a lot of people steal that. That's steal the glory. So that people, hey, yes, doctor, and he walks in. Oh, that's a doctor right there. Everybody assumes medical, 100%. But they need to call him doctor of electrical engineering, or anyway. See, it's these kinds of things that will no longer be tolerated in the open metaverse. Guys like this on behalf, I don't even know who this guy is. On behalf of American people, I thank Joe Biden for his extraordinary. I have done the algorithms. This is far. He is the worst president, worse than Jimmy Carter. Jimmy Carter got to actually see and see when living presidents now when they endorse people, it takes away some of their credibility, especially if the people don't win, especially if their meta tags don't match their locations or some of the rhetoric that they speak. And in fact, it actually is the opposite. It actually enables, encourages, and helps pay for the actual um, results of what a person creates. And see all these people that are ranking under like 17%. When China drops, and I believe they are, their metaverse on their social credit system scores and rankings.com. That's an offshoot that I created so that we can create our own, just like the financial credit came. And when that was in the 70s, some of you probably don't even remember it. But I remember it because it was like the end of the world, man. People thought the Satan came in, the Antichrist is born. He just didn't show his face, folks. Let me tell you something. Does God want us to live like a bunch of natives and not create anything or do anything, or because that's not what That's the kind of God that you have. I really not interested in Him. I want a God that's forgiving. I want a God that's gonna make me work my ass off to get everything, and I give him thanks because I'm breathing the air. I give him thanks for him to keep me alive. That's it. Because God gave man free will to do whatever we want to do. It means go kill somebody, whatever you want to do. That's how you know there's a God. Well, see, now you got Kamala Harris and all these people letting these criminals go. All the countries they send all their criminals here. That's why they're acting out. Right now, there's been like a ceasefire on manipulations, but as soon as Kamala Harris, they should have a plan B. Because as soon as things start going south real fast with Kamala, and it'll happen real fast, it's probably going to happen sooner than that. Because if you know anything about the art of war, or you know anything about how wars have been started, when adversaries feel like when they're on a conquer mission, and Russia's on a conquer mission, the United States is not really in the war, but we're giving Ukraine all the money in the world so that we can't have enough money to protect the next president. How fucking insane is that? Here's another one. Paramount and Skydance, they were doing it, and I saw these algorithms, and I put a reading out, and it was under smoke signals, and I think this is the one. Um, anyways, where I predicted lots of things, lots of things, folks. Book of Enoch. So we're in a time where I can't believe we're in the sixth extinction. And the thing about UFOs, do people really want to know about UFOs? I can tell you, okay, is that as soon as we all need to go about our business, when you think about every fifth extinct, we're coming up to a sixth extinction. We're killing the animals. Mother Nature. You don't have to worry about China. You don't have to worry about Russia. You have to worry about Mother Nature. Because when she's had enough, when her rivers are polluted and all the fishing and the fish are dying and the sharks are hungry, and so they go to wherever there's going to be food, and that since humans want to play in shark infested waters, and if a shark or a whale, they all put together vigilantes to go kill those animals that are in their homes, raising their children, so that people like humans can go in and piss in the ocean and drop their drugs in the ocean and see a shark, and everybody freaks out, and then they all go kill the shark, and they have shark parties. I'm just saying. But this is it, man. And on behalf of the American people, Dan, shut the fuck up. I don't mean it like that because you have every right to talk about. I'm just mean shut the fuck up. Like, really? Is this the best you can do? It's almost like get the out of here or shut the front door, something like that. But anyways, with the sky dance, I on the image, it says because I know. I'm not gonna tell you how I know. It said Shari Redstone. You're affecting your brand. That's all I'm gonna. That's all I'm gonna say. The next day, she pulled out of the Sundance deal, and the Sundance thought they had it wrapped up. I sent them emails and said, "Not so fast. This is what's gonna happen." And they all just either didn't get the email or got it, which some of them I know got it because of the way they were talking. See, that's the thing. When people get emails and they start reading them, they don't realize when you get an email from me, wow. Uh, it, okay, when you get an email from anybody, now the difference is spam, but you have to be on top of your game when it comes to Gen AI. And right now, Donald Trump, I believe, is about to make an announcement. It's going to just change the whole course of the election. And when he does that, Gen Z, millennials, um, will have something to look forward to when they're 60 years old when Trump creates um, what Trump's going to do, what I believe, is he's going to start talking to other people that that haven't had a voice for a long time, and people that have been accused of crimes they didn't do, and punishing people and you can't punish children, folks. And I've seen some awful shit come out of kids' mouths, including with my children and other stories. But before I talk about stories, I got to know what the hell I'm talking about. But I know things, folks. I've known it for quite some time, and because I've always been tipped off to things. I remember the FBI asked me when my Scottsdale, I wrote a book called Nelson versus the United States of America, System and Denial. I already predicted all this for a book for the 21st century where field agents were able to lie to their bosses. So I sent a book to every one of I sent it to Louis Freeh. I sent it to the Waco Attorney General Napolitano, Janet Napolitano. I sent it to everybody because I knew what the future. I had people make fun of my book, not knowing that I lost my twin daughters because people said bad shit, and that weren't even true. And that's okay because I'm still here.